Hello everyone and welcome back to another video by Simplilearn. This is Anubhav and in this video we are going to see BootStrap from start to how to create a website using BootStrap. We will create a completely working website using BootStrap. We will also discuss all the components of BootStrap and use all of them to design our website and also how to use the API to fetch images for our website. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you will get all the updates from Simplilearn. But before that, if you want to become a software developer, consider the course on Full Stack Developer Mean Stack by Simplilearn and master those necessary skills. Check out the link in the description for more details. But before we start, let me show you guys what are we going to cover in this tutorial. So, let me just give you one brief about this website that we are going to create. So this is a navbar that I'm going to show you how to create, and this is a responsive website, guys. So this is the image part that I'm going to add. The best coding bootcamp. The next is award-winning bootcamp, data science, full stack, and many more. And Simplilearn, technology, web development, data science. In this page, I'm also adding, let me just show you, these cards, okay, and this one button to go to the top. There is login buttons, search button and search bar, and inside this contact us page, I have added some information for you guys, so any user can add the information and just submit the page. I've also added one drop down menu for you guys. So I have added these 4 things and one partition over it. So whenever I hover of anything, it will click. But let me go to the home page again and let me show you whenever I click on the home page topics, it will show me data science and full stack. Whenever I click on the full stack, it will come to the Simplilearn full stack web development course. So this is a postgraduate program in full stack web development by Caltech. This has ranked #1 best coding bootcamp by Career Karma. You can check out this program. The link will be in the description box. Now let's open the Visual Studio Code and let's make it full screen. Yeah. So but before we jump to the coding part, let me just tell you what BootStrap is. So BootStrap is a popular front-end development framework that helps developers quickly build responsive and mobile-first web applications. It provides a set of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript components as well as a grid system and various utility classes to make web development faster and easier. You can go to the BootStrap page. Let me just show you. We'll just type BootStrap and it will open the Get BootStrap. So in this page, you can learn all about BootStrap. Everything you need to know about BootStrap is in here only. So just open the BootStrap docs. Inside the docs, you'll find everything. How to download BootStrap, contents, JavaScript, customization, Sass, color, how the color model works, components, everything. Just let's go to the components part. Inside the components box, we are going to discuss how the alert, badge, breadcrumb, buttons, cards, everything works. So don't worry about anything. So this BootStrap tutorial will help you how to create a website from scratch to a full-fledged website. And we'll discuss all the components that any fresher needs to know. Okay, so let's open our Visual Studio Code. Let's go back first and create a project here inside my desktop. I'm gonna give it as BootStrap website. Okay, and open this BootStrap and left click. Okay, now let's open this folder on our Visual Studio Code by just pressing this open folder, and inside the desktop we have Bootstrap website. Okay, now the first thing we are going to do is we're going to create one file. Let's name is index.html. We'll write all the code inside this file only, but for the website, main website, we'll create 2 other pages. Okay, let's begin. Now let's open the Bootstrap website, and inside there you'll see a starter template. Copy this and paste it inside your Visual Studio Code. Let's do some editing. This title will show you what's the title of the page. I'm going to show you in a while. Just wait. Here I'm going to write Simply Learn, and here I'm going to write let's save this, and here not AR, let's write EN for English. It's not okay. All right. So directory we don't need right now. Let's remove this one, and meta name viewport, it's fine, and everything looks fine here. We can also copy and Bootstrap libraries. Let's save it, and one more thing, open the extension and add live server. This live server can open our website, and whenever I just make any change on the website, we don't have to again reload the web page and check if it's working or not. It will just do everything on its own. So I have installed this. Okay, let's me go back to my HTML file and right click, and there you will see there's one open with live server, and this will open our page. See, so it is showing hello from Simplilearn. So you must all be thinking that how is it possible with just these few lines I'm writing the code hello from Simplilearn on our web page. So these are the things. Let me just show you what really Bootstrap is. When I'll click on the view page source, so this is the page. Okay, so this is Bootstrap CSS. You will see this link, and this is the original Bootstrap that the developer has invented for us users. So with this small link, we can use the Bootstrap on our web pages. So this is really very helpful for the developers, and you can create an amazing website using just Bootstrap. Okay, let's just move forward, and let me just close these, and let's go to the navbar. Okay, this is the navbar. So navbar is something which comes on the top, like this one, this Simplilearn, all courses, the search box, and login page. This is what a navbar is. So we are going to copy one navbar template from here, whichever looks good for you guys. I'm just searching for that. Okay, let's go up and see if there is any simple. Okay, this one also. Good. So you can find this copy to clipboard option everywhere. You can also manually copy this thing whenever you just want. So if sometimes I want just this navbar home link and drop down menu. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this from here to here, rather copying the all code. So let's copy it and paste it after this hello. Let's delete this hello and paste it. Let's save it and see our navbar. So this is our navbar. Home, link, drop down menu, we have to add the features here in the drop down. We'll do that, no worries. Start report. Okay. Now let's get to know about this navbar. So as you can see, the home button is a little darker than this link drop down and disabled one, right? So this is because of this active. So what this active does, this active makes the button highlighted, that this page is, it is showing that this home page is this page. Okay, so if I'll remove the active from here and I'll put the active in the link part, so what we'll do is, okay, let me just restart my server. Open with live server again, and let's see, the link is now highlighted. Okay, let's go back to code and do some changes inside this code, right? And as you see, this one is a drop down, but this is not working. Let's fix this one. And as you can see, this starts from here to here. Okay, now let's see the properties of this drop down and make this a function. But before that, let me just show you how to format the document. If I click format the document, it will format as in a clean way. So any other user will see our code, it'll get to know that this is how he has written. So it'll show where the navbar is started and where it got ended. And if you'll see this div, from where to where, it'll show. Okay, from this form, it starts from here to here. So it just helps us to read the code efficiently by just clicking right click and format document. You have to do this again and again. Whenever you add or write something in your code, you just have to do it again and again. Okay? Okay, fine. Let's fix this navbar now. Not navbar, this drop down. Okay? Let's see. Okay. This has a link class of drop down, and it has the link of toggle. Then it doesn't have the location where to add this. We are giving it a role, but I think we should give it a ID also. So what is an ID? ID is something which is specific to someone. Okay, let me give you an example for that. Okay, suppose your name is something. Your name is David. So your name is David. Everybody know your name is David. So you're in office or in college or in school. In your class, there must be a chance that there are some other David also inside your class. So what roll number or registration number or any specific number denotes is that it gives you an identity that this is your specific number. That number can't be given to other David. Are you understanding? So that number is specifically given to you. So this is how ID works. It is given to a specific thing. Like here, if I'm using the ID as something like, you can just say ID as okay, let's just save this. So this ID is given to this class only. Okay. So the class, what about class? Class is given to so many other people also. Class is a group. So you can give this class to someone else also, but you can't give this ID to someone else because it's specific to this function only. So this is how this works. Okay. Let's just see if there is something else that we can add or remove. Now this drop down menu is not working, but whenever I hover on this something is happening. So what I'll do is I'll inspect this page and I'll click on this and I'll click on this drop down and see what is the issue. My navbar, the container for that, button, the set is there. So this is how this navbar is operating. This is taking some chunks of the screen and creating components. So the navbar is looking like this, right? Okay. Just let me go to my drop down. This one is the drop down. And whether I'll see. Okay, whenever I click after, it's not operating, right? Down menu. Okay, let's see what's the issue here. Divider. Okay, this drop down is working fine now because I comment out the separate popper and BootStrap.js. So when I was giving it access to my file, this drop down was not working. So like I'm clicking on this, but it's not working. So because of this pooper, whenever I'm now, it'll be working fine, right? Okay, let's move on to the editing of this. Let's name this as, first I'll use bold and I'm gonna name it as Simplilearn. Okay, let's save it and then we're gonna name this as home only. Let's name it as about, and then drop down is courses. Okay, and inside this courses I'm gonna write full stack, main stack. That should be capital, guys. Okay, and delete this also and write help. Okay, so what this divider is doing, so this is a class that that's Bootstrap created for you guys for the drop down divider. So this divider is creating one line here and getting it separate from the upper one. So whenever you are writing something here which is not relatable to these things, whenever you are creating your website and you want something else to be written not in that category, so this divider is you can use. Okay, now disabled one is, this is a class that Bootstrap have which is nav-link disabled. So imagine you are creating a website of your own and this is your home page, okay, and this button is not disabled. This is just a reference. Imagine there is one button called login. So someone came to your website and he is a new user, so you want him to log in. So this disable button will show him you have to log in first, then you can access this page, right? Without even logging this website, you can't even get into the page. So this is just to add one feature. Okay, we'll use this button also, but let's just name it as, okay, let's name it as disabled only. You get to know, right? So I'll move forward, and this is search only, and let's save this and see how is it looking. So yeah, and this is course page, full stack and mean stack. Okay, now what I'm going to show you guys is, okay, first let's just copy this link. Okay, I'll just copy this link, simple, right? And I'm going to go to this anchor tag. In this anchor tag, I'm going to remove this h, and I have pasted the link that I copied. And let's go back, and here I'm going to write mean stack. These are two amazing full courses offered by Simplilearn that you can opt and master those full stack development skills. Okay, these are very good. Just go through these courses. Okay, let's just copy this thing and paste it here. Now let's save it and go back to our code. Okay, now we don't have to refresh it because we are using the live server. Whenever I'm going to the course, okay, let's just delete this for now. And whenever I'm clicking on the full stack, it will redirect us to the Caltech postgraduate program by full stack. Postgraduate program in full stack web development, right? And whenever I'm click on this mean stack, it will again open the mean stack course for us, right? So this is what a navbar is. Wait, I'm gonna tell you more about this anchor tag. So what this anchor tag works as a, okay, let's just, li is a line. Okay, these are some easy HTML tags that you can refer from these websites. Let me just show you a website. Okay, just type, this is BootStrap, but if you want to learn HTML, you can write here as HTML, and this HTML will show you guys. Okay, and you can learn anything from here, HTML, CSS. Okay, these are all the documentaries. Just get an idea from here and just move on to the projects part that can help you. Okay, okay, fine, let's move ahead now. Next we'll see how to use, okay, let's just delete this one and open our, next we'll see the component alert. So in this alert part, you will see there are so many colors, like this one, blue, white, blue, pink, red. This one is danger. So in BootStrap, these all colors are having a specific name. Like this one is a primary, this is a secondary, success is a green color, danger red color, warning is yellow color, info, and these are some of the other. According to me, you will only use this secondary one, success, danger, warning, and these are the four that I think you should know, remember. Okay, otherwise everything is accessible. And these are some other codes also, and if you want anything from this, you can just copy this and use it inside your website, right? Okay, let's move on to the badge. Inside this badge, you will see these are some examples of that, and if you'll see, this looks like an h1 tag. This is actually an h1 tag. These are the badges. Okay, whenever you add something, after that is a badge, like this one. So the code for this is this one. This is very easy, right? And for notification, you can copy this link, and if you want to use these kind of, like primary, blue color, secondary are white, green, red, yellow, blue, white, black. So if you don't want to use as a rectangle box, you can always use a capsule class, like a pill badge. Okay, similar only, right? Okay, so let me just show you how to add this one. Okay, let's just copy the inbox and we'll go to our code, and inside this, before the search box or disable box, let me just see again. Okay, after the disable one, we'll use this, and let's save it and let's see. You'll see there is one inbox which is showing us there are 99 messages, and you can also edit this. You'll see here placeholder search box. You can only one, it will be one. Okay, and if you don't want to use any number, you can also use it, and you can also use the API to fetch the data from the behind, and that will increase the size of this. You just have to add the API here. I'm not doing it right now, but if you want, I can do it in my other videos. Okay guys, let's move ahead and let's remove it because I don't want this button. Okay, let's move ahead and see there are breadcrumb. So breadcrumb indicates the current page location within a navigation hierarchy that automatically adds specters via CSS. So what this will show us that this is the home. Inside the home there is a library, and inside the library this directory is known as data. So this will show us that you can use home library like this, a greater than sign. Okay, you can use these, anything into that you can use. If you like something, you just copy this and go to your code. After the navigation bar, paste it, save it, and go to your code and see the magic. So this is home library, data. But I don't think so. I'm gonna use this one and this one. So I'm gonna delete this. Okay, let's delete this too. And inside this breadcrumb, I'm gonna write all the names. Okay, so we'll just save it. Back to the code. Let's now add a color component here. Okay, bad or alert also we can add. Let's see how to add one. Let's add warning one or danger. Copy this one and add it after our navigation bar and see. So this is how this works. You can change this as warning. Save it and it will come as yellow light. Okay, great. Moving ahead, we'll see. So according to me, I don't think so you have to learn these things like warning. I just told you that just main ones are danger, alert, not alert. Alert is not as useful, but danger, success, secondary, primary, and warning are the ones that are mostly used in the websites. Okay, so let's move ahead and see anything else. Badge done. Buttons now. So use BootStrap's custom button styles for action in forms, dialogues, and more with support for multiple style, states, and more. So what is this buttons doing is, if you want to use any of these buttons, whenever you hover on this, it'll going a little light. You can use these kind of buttons also. and you can use these kind of buttons also. I'm gonna use one kind of everything to just get you an idea how these works. So I'm gonna use as success. Let's copy this success from here. After the breadcrumb, I'm gonna use this one. After this, I'm gonna use a link. So link I have told you, but I'll use now a button. Okay, now the next line I'm gonna use button. After that, from this outline button, the outline of this box will show you as this is blue, but whenever you hover on the button, it'll become the color that it was originated from. So from here I'm going to use the warning one. Okay, let's copy the button. Okay, now let's save it and see how all of these are looking. So these are all looking good, right? Now let's move ahead and see what's next. Button group. Yeah, right. This is also very important. You can not add this in the top, you can also add this in the bottom. You have seen so many websites in the bottom. There are something called as 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this one, toolbar 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that there is one button attached to this 4, which is next. It will again show you pages from that last page that you have left from. Like if I was on the second page and I clicked on the after the arrow button, that 5th one, and it will again show us the 3rd. And if I'm in the 4th page, it will again redirect us to the 5th page, right? So this is also a very good feature of that. And you can use different sizes of buttons, these group buttons, from left, middle, right. You can also use this one. This nesting button is also very useful nowadays. Whenever you are doing, first button will click you from somewhere to somewhere, second will also do the same, and in the drop down you'll open the link of the other pages. Okay, so these are not very important buttons, but this must be useful whenever you are creating a website and you'll get to use one of these. These are also very good. You can also use these ones, right? Also looking good. So I'm gonna show you how to use these 3 sizing ones. Okay, or not radio, these are all are this active link, and link. This active link is showing us that, see, if I'm clicking on this link, it is not showing anything, but if I'll cut this, okay, can't edit it on this bootstrap page only, so it's fine. Okay, whenever I'm clicking on this, let's add. Okay, I just copied the wrong one. Okay, let's just go to the group button sizing. Yeah, let's copy the code from here and paste it here. Let's save it and see how it's looking. Yeah, but we have to go to the next line because it's thinking that this is the same div, so it's fine. We can change this one also. Now you'll see it's again coming together. Okay, leave it. Let's move ahead. Now let's talk about cards. So according to me, cards are the thing that you will use so much in your code. So the layout of the card is like this. It's just in one container. Inside that container there is one image part, and then the text part, and then one link. Okay, one button where you will click and you can go to another page. So let's copy this and go to my Visual Studio Code, and let's remove these buttons. Okay, let's close this one and let's paste it. Now save it and see. Right, there's no image right now, but we'll add it. So you can add the image by just downloading it. Okay, or you can just add, like, let me just recall the name of the, let me just see. Okay, I just added one image here in my folder, so I'll use this one. So let's write it one, and this is what a alter does. Okay, so what alter does is, if I'll write something like hello, or like coding related pictures, so I'll write code. Okay, now let's save it and let's see. So this card is looking like this. You can decrease the size of the image, like, okay, let's save this one. It's looking much nicer now. Okay, so what this alter does, if I'll remove this link and write dots, okay, so this is what the card does. Sometimes when you are running your code, the image doesn't load very fast. So this alter text we use to just write the something instead of the image. So whenever the image takes time to load, this thing will comes up, and then the image. Okay. So this is what alter does. So if you'll create a big uh, website, this alter tag should be there. And now let's save it and let me check. Anchor tag I have told you. Okay, p tag is paragraph tag. Div is a container that takes a particular space, and then the image tag, in which we'll use the source and all. Okay, everything is clear as of now. Now I'll tell you about one thing, which is an API to use the images. Okay, so there is one website called unsplash.com where you can get good images as well as the API to access. Okay, you can get the API from here and you can use the image. Okay, let's just download this picture. Okay, and now let's add the image inside our project, right? And now I'll copy this container and paste it. Okay, and instead of this, I'm gonna add the, let's save it, but before that, what I've told you to format the document, so it should look clean, right? Let's save it and go back to your output. So this is how this is looking, right? Now I'll tell you how to access the API of this website. Okay, now let's copy this again. Okay, let's copy this card, this one, and paste it here. Okay, now I'll show you how to access the API of this Unsplash. Okay, so you'll write HTTPS or HTTP, whether, let me check who can, HTTPS. Okay, and we'll write source dot unsplash h Okay, so we have written this thing. Let's just save this file and check whether it is working or not. Okay, so this is what we are getting. We can increase the size. I've just declared the size for this. We can write 5000, and this will be very, it will take time to load the image of this one. So this is the height that we have given 5000, and this one. So let's give it a similar height of 2000 and 2000. Okay, let's save it. And you must be thinking that every time I refresh this site, this image is changing. This is because of this API Unsplash. What this does is, whenever I refresh this page, it will give me a new picture, right? Every time I just refresh it, it will give me new picture. We can also add the link here. We can copy that mean stack link by Caltech, or no, not Caltech one. We'll copy this mean stack full course. This is also a very good course. And here we'll write mean stack. We can also style these, and let's refresh this, and you'll see, I'll zoom in. Okay, whenever you click on this mean stack, this mean stack full course will be shown to you. It's a master program, very good. You will learn so many things here. Just check it out once. The link will be in the description. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, now coming back to our code, let's see if there is any other card that you can use. This also you can use with one image and a text. Okay, sometimes we use this one also. This is not very much used, and so this is all about the cards. Using grid maker. So what this does is, this has assigned one div. Okay, this div is taking your 20% of the screen with the row height. Okay, these height, if length will be 20. Okay, so inside that it is split into two parts. You can split it into three parts also by just giving it, let me just show you inside the code. Okay, let's delete, or let's add it here, show you. So this is taking less space because I must have added this one in the old. Okay, let's not add this inside this. See whether it is coming inside this or not. There. Let's just remove the cards, I guess. Because of the cards, it's taking similar size. Okay, so this is divided into two parts, right? So what we can do is, we can change the size of this. So this is defined in the starting only, that this column is small, this is medium, and this is small. So it is taking 6, 7, 8, 9, and we can give it here 3. So it should be 12. The sum of this screen should be 12, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can divide it that rank also. Okay. Now I'll just copy one more, or like this one is 6. Okay. Let's just copy this, write it 3. Okay, let's save it and check whether it is working. So it came in the next line. So let's see what happened here. Okay, so let's give everything similar heights. This one has 6, this one has 6. So these are two similar. It is 12. So this will obviously come to the next line. So now I'll show you how to make it. So this is how so this is responsive also, guys. Let's inspect this and check. Right, whenever it's less than the screen size that it should come with, it's going to the next line. So this is how this works. Okay, now let's close this one and come back to our code and yeah, so this is all, I guess, all about. Yeah, this is something that I should give you a text alignment. So text alignment is, this comes in the left side, this is center, and this is left. This is pretty simple. And navigation, this is what I wanted to tell you about. So let's copy this and paste it inside your code. Right, save it and show you how this looks. So this is how this is looking. When I'll go to the link page, if I have added anything in my link page, it'll go to that page, else it will go to the active page only. So this button that is shown here, which is disabled, is similar to this one only. Okay, this is similar, and this is something that I have already told you, some text, paragraph, lines and all. And if you want to go to somewhere, you can just click and give the anchor tag a location. Right, okay, let's delete this one and go back to this one. Okay, the slider. This slider will help you with the images, right? I'll copy this text code from here, okay, and paste it on the top. Let me just see. Okay, after the danger alert button, we can add this one. Right, now let's save it, and inside the image tag we can just add the or we can also add the HTTPS. Okay, let's complete this one. SOUR source splash, write the maximum space, so it should be 16. 900 would be fine. Yeah, and the question mark, quoting, and let's save it, or let's copy this one so we can add it everywhere. Let's just add it here also. Okay, now if you'll see, this is how our slider is looking. So you can just click here and the next image will look, but all the image will be similar only, that's why. Okay, let's change the name here and let's name it as water, and let's name it as fire. So it's a very bad combination, guys, but let's see how this API works. So it's giving me a random images. It's a technology and water and all. So the next image will be like this, and this is how these images are looking. And whenever I refresh, it'll again change all the images, right? Yeah. Let's move ahead now and let's see what's inside this one. This has one indicators down that it is in the first slide, second slide, third slide. This is also very good when you use it on your site. And if you want to use like this, you can also use this one whenever you want to label something. So I'll use this one. This one looks very good to me. So let's remove this one, or let's add it here only. Okay, let's copy this and paste it inside this one. Okay, where is the link I have to put? Let's add it here, here, and here. So we'll write here as code. Machine is fine. SKY. Let's save it and see how this one looks. So this is the old slider and this one is the new slider. So you can see the text that it is showing me and the paragraph tag. You can also write something here that, let me just show you, here also and here also. This one is looking much beautiful than this one. It's just about the requirement. Sometimes we require these kind of images and sometimes you want these kind of images whenever you want to showcase your text or something informative. You can use this slider, right? Let's move ahead now. Let's see the close button. Okay, yeah. So this one is used so many times that, let me just show you. Whenever you want to close something, this tag is used. Okay, so it can be like this. It's pretty simple. Now everything looks easy now. Okay, I want to now show you the important thing. Okay, let me show you that. Let's open this one, and inside this let's open the layouts, and inside that there is one thing called grid. So grid is very important when you are using anything, not just Bootstrap. It's important in CSS also. So the grid system is what? Use our powerful mobile first Flexbox grid to build layouts for all shapes and sizes thanks to 12 column system that I have already told you, that the screen is divided into 12 parts. You can divide it as your wish, like 4 4 4 or 6 6 or like anything, but it should total should be of 12. Okay, so SAS variable and maximum. Now let's see, something is important. Yeah, so the options of the grid system are, it's one of them are extra small, which is denoted by XL, XS, that we have already used here. I have told you about it. Okay, must have deleted that one, but I have told you. Okay, you can just go back and see. I have explained that also. And there is small, which is denoted as SM, medium MD, large LG, extra large XL, and extra large, which is XXL. Okay, so it's saying, as noted above, each of these breakpoints have their own containers, unique class prefix, and modifiers. Okay, so they are now telling us about how much size XS takes, how much pixel, as SM takes, MD, and it's all about this. So the XXL should be less than equal to 1400 pixels. Okay. Okay. Now auto layout columns are like this one, which is divided into two parts. This one is divided into three parts. And now this one is wider than this two. Okay. And this is how this one works. Right? Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay. This is the same that I have told you earlier also. So responsive container allows you to specify a class that is 100% wide until the specified breakdown is reached. So I'll tell you about the containers. I'll explain you rather. Okay. So just now we have created this slider cursor or slider. Let's modify this one. So the endpoint and the starting point is this one. Okay, if we'll create one div, okay, let's write this one div. If I'll write div dot container and let's enter and delete this from here and write it here, save it, and you'll see something different. Now these images are inside one container, right? This is not taking full screen like this one. It's inside the container. Okay, so it's not taking full screen, it's taking just the inner part. So it's just giving this image a border. So it's working completely fine. Okay. Okay. Let's move ahead. And now I'll show you one thing. Wait, just give me a second. I'll wanted to explain one more thing. Okay, this one. Auto layout columns. Okay. Let's copy this one and instead after this save it and let's just format the document. And now as you can see, it's taking 1 of 2, 2 of 2, 1 of 3. This line, this div line is container is divided into two parts, 1 and 2, and this bottom one is divided into 1, 2 and 3. Now let me give it, okay, let's just close this one. Okay, so these are my two rows and inside that row there are two columns. Okay, now in this row I'll give okay, and inside this one I'm going to give BG danger. So before that I have told you earlier also, the success is denoted as green color and the danger is denoted as red one. Okay, let's just save it and see how it is looking. So this one is divided into two parts again, and this one is divided into three parts. Okay, we can change the color of any one also. Like if I want to change the color of this column to BG light, so not light, warning for yellow. Let's save it and you'll see this one is looking yellow. right? So this is about this one, auto layout columns, okay? And everything looks the same. Now let's talk about modal. So what this modal will do if you use it inside your website. So whenever you click on any of the link, it will pop up a cursor like this. Okay, so you can use this one also. This is also a very good feature. Like, not like that launch demo model, not like that. If someone's click on the username and password, imagine, and if the user will click and you want to show him that this is the wrong email ID that he is putting or she is putting, so you can this also in that. Or if you want to send a message whenever someone click on any button, and this pop-up will come and it will say, do you want to save the changes that you have done? And it will say, yeah, changes are saved. Okay, like this one also, and there are so many like this only. Okay, so let's copy one and write it inside our code. Don't worry, I'll give you all the code in the description box with the website code. We are going to create a website. I'm just clearing your basics in BootStrap. Now we'll start working on our website. Okay, so this one is a modal. Now let's go back to the code. So whenever I click, it will come the text. So we can add the text here and say, welcome to Simplilearn, right? And whenever anyone clicks on this, and it will show, welcome to Simplilearn. You can change these button text, everything you can change. And if you want to cross, just click on the cross button, right? Okay, let's see if there is anything important before we start our website. Your buttons are similar, right? Yeah. Now we'll talk about something else. Okay, popovers are done. These are like similar to that one only. Whenever you click, it will just show you a text there only, not just the pop out like this one, like the modals. It's not like modals. It will. Let's just format the document now, so it should look clean. So, right, and whenever any user will click on this hello, it should show a text, but let's copy that one also. So this is just a button. Okay, the bow title, the content. Okay, so we'll write, let's save it. We can also use the next one also if it's not working. So whenever anything doesn't work in your website, while you are creating a website, just click on the inspect and the code. So in last we use this one. Just go back to this button, so we'll check whether it is working or not. This button, okay, see, whenever I click, understood. Okay, let's change the button. Let's go back, let's delete this one. Can customize our buttons also here, and there are 4 directions in the bottom. If you are creating a page where you want to go, pop over on top, pop over on right, pop over on bottom, and pop over on left. So if you're using a website. This is used when I want to declare my message in the left side of the that page. Okay, let me copy one which is bottom. Okay, and let's paste it here. And going back to my code, it's not working. Let's check. So whenever I click on this popover on bottom, it's not showing me message, but we can check it, and then we can, well, the message is not declared in this, right? Okay, fine. Let's move on to the main website that we are going to create now. Okay, now this is everything you need to know about Bootstrap. I'm sure there are so many other small things, okay, like navbar that we have discussed. Okay, you can just go and on top, in starting only we just took this navbar. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll open my Visual Studio Code and I'll change the name of this index.html to something else. Okay, so we can use it as tutorial. Okay, so you'll think why I'm doing this. So I want to create my website that I'm gonna show you right now. So I'm gonna name that main file as index. Okay, so the main file is created now. Okay, so it's showing an error, can't get index.html. This is why, because it can't fetch the index.html file at that moment, because we haven't run this one file on live server. Whenever I'll run this file on live server, it will open. Okay, like this one, it is a blank file because we haven't added anything inside this one. So now we'll just open the Bootstrap file, and here we'll write starter template. Okay, we'll just copy this one and paste it inside our index file. Okay, we will change the Simplilearn, and here also we'll write something else. You can just delete this one because we don't need this, and in array bag we'll write English. Let's just check whether it is working or not. Hello. Let's check whether it is working. Yeah, hello from Simplilearn. So let's just this one comment. Okay, it is not working. Should work. Okay, let's just let's check, because it's saying option JavaScript, choose one of the two. Okay, we can only choose one of the two. So what we can do is we can just comment this one. Let's just delete these options and save it and go back to the Bootstrap and copy this one, the tutorial, because this is all the same. And when I'll come back here, I'll just paste this and we'll just go format document to make it look clean. Now we'll go and check whether it is working, and let's see what's coming on the right side of our screen. Okay, I forgot to delete the direction of the text, it is saying direction right. So we don't want these thing, but maybe you will need whenever you are creating your website. So now it's working completely fine, right? Okay, let's move ahead. And now we'll copy the navbar. We'll go back to this and copy the component navbar. And this one is looking good, that we have already used. So we'll go back here and delete this hello and paste it here. In the navbar we'll write Simplilearn link course and action. We'll write means tag, write tag. You'll just watch, you'll see something good. So this divider is doing his work that I have already told you in the starting when we were creating the navbar. So here we'll write help. Okay, and this one is disabled. Page, let's make it as disabled one only, just for your knowledge. Let's save it and see whether it is looking. Yeah, drop down is working fine, right? Yeah. Is the code working? We can change the, and let's give it a via labeling. By navbar drop down. Save it with it to see. We can change the line because it's coming on the right side because of this one only. Right, we can just delete these. We can just press Alter and again press Alter, and we'll just click and it will work as a two cursor, but we are using only one. Then only we can click this at anywhere else and it will be same. Okay, so now this class is inside the UL, which is ordered list. We can unordered list actually. We can change this one as div. Okay, let's just save this one again. Now this one, right. This will copy the home component again and paste it after the courses. Okay, here we'll write about, and here we'll write courses only, but we'll copy this component and like cut it and paste it here. So it should show home, about, courses, and then the drop down. In the drop down we'll say, okay, we can just cut this off. Okay, let's just see the output first. So this is how it was looking before. So we'll change the name as this drop down to courses. This will delete. What we can do is home, about, topics. Okay, we'll change the name as topics. Home, about, topics inside the drop down. works, then we will not use this disable one. So I'll copy this component and paste it under this and write it here as status. Okay, let's just see how our one is looking. So everything's looking great. Yeah, here I have written two things, but it's fine. Okay, here you can just see. Next we'll do is we can back to our code and we can add the links to this one only and write full stack. Inside this full stack we'll copy this postgraduate program in full stack web development by Caltech and paste it under this full stack, and in mean stack I'll again go back to my file to run the page and see whether it is working. The web development there is no. Okay, see inside if everything is okay. Data science, it's right here, mean stack, and here you'll find the mean stack. Copy the link and paste it under this. Again we'll format the document. Okay, yeah, let's save it. Let's check. Now what I'll do is I'll copy this one. Okay, let's just make the Simplilearn look bold. So I'm going to use this B tag, which is also known as bold. Save it and see the Simplilearn logo written is looking bold. You can change the side of this home, about, topics, contact us from the right to left. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do is, so I just copied this code from my previous folder and paste it inside this one. So what I'm doing here is I have added the old link. Let's change the mean stack. Okay, let's just change the link from here and I'll tell you about the code that I have written. Okay, let's just go here only and check for mean stack. So this is very easy, right? I'm just typing and everything is coming. Okay, let's just paste it here. Okay, now what we have done here is we have given this home page, this home one, a class current. So whenever I'll open this site, my index page, it will highlight me the color of this home. So I'll create the two pages like I have created here. I have created 2-3 pages for about, and like if I click on about, the current page in this file is this about, and whenever I'll click on the contact us, the current that I have given the class is this. Okay, so here I added one class as SR only. Okay, let's remove the location from here and add here h. Here also we'll remove and add here the location blank. So now I'll create one file. For this one we can just declare the right. So what here I have done is I have added two buttons for login and sign up. We'll not cover the login and sign up in this video, but if you want me to add these features and you want me to show you and create these two, we can always do that. Just pin down the comment in the comment section below that you want to see more videos on Bootstrap and more projects on videos. Okay, now let's move ahead. So this is all about what are the changes that I have done here. Okay, now let's save it. Now let's see. Okay, now what will I use here is carousel. Let's open the carousel and select which one I'll need in my website. So this is the basic one that I have showed you. This one also I have showed you. Okay, but I'll use this one. This one I have also showed you previously. So let's copy this one and paste it after the navbar. Okay, let's paste this and let's change the content from here as first it will show us hello from Simplilearn. Okay, here let's make it as dummy only. Here I'll write the best coding bootcamp. Okay, and here I'll change it award-winning bootcamp. Okay, let's save it. Add the images here. Let's see. So this is looking like this. Okay, because we haven't added any picture here right now. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go back to my code and add the source of the images. So I'll add 2-3 pictures here. Now I have added 2-3 pictures here, like this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, now let's add these pictures. The first image that I'll take up is this one, 33 png. So I'll write 33.png. Okay, the next picture that I'll use is this one, 55.jpg, and the third one is second.jpg. Let's save it and see if it's working. So yeah, it's working fine. Let's change the image of this first one. This one is taking a little time to load. Okay, let's just delete this one. Let's see whether I have added one. And this line is cursor down, slider. This one looks good. 33 one. I'll use the other picture, which is other one. Okay, we have added the images here now. Now let's see which is. So yeah, it's working fine now. Welcome to Simplilearn, the best coding bootcamp. We can change the text of this one, and I have written a small line here: data science, full stack, and many more. Okay, and here also award-winning bootcamp. All right. Now we cannot go to any page as of now, but let's go back and check. Now in our main file we have created 3 buttons here: technology, web development, and data science. Okay, so we'll add these three now. So for that, I'll go after this one and write a command button. Okay, let's name it as technology, and let's give it a class for btn that I have showed you, btn, and first one I'll give primary. Save it and check whether it is working. Yeah, technology is in blue color. We can change the color, and now we have to add red one, which is the red one is danger and green one is successful. So let's add that also. Okay, I'll copy this button and paste it here, and again paste it, and let's change from primary to success, and from here we'll write danger. Here I'll write stack. If you are looking for a full stack course, you can always click on the button and you can go to the main page. Here I'll write data science. Okay, now we have added 3 buttons here. Now I'll 3 buttons to every part of the screen. Let's save it and check how the website looking. So this is our website. So this one is looking great, right? And now let's check if it's responsive or not. Okay, so we'll go to icon XC. So this is how in XC it will look like. Whenever we click on this, these 4 buttons will come. Now if I'll be on iPad Air, it'll look like this, right? Yeah. So this is how we add the images. Now without wasting our time, let's move ahead and add these 4 cards. Okay, and also write this line. Move ahead. After this one ends, I'll go back to the BootStrap main and open the cards. And here we'll use this card. Okay, so for that let's cut this into pet. Yeah, and this is little, go ahead. Now I'll add the cards. So we'll go back to the templates here. In the examples folder, if you'll see, there are so many already built features in BootStrap that you can directly use. So let's see these cards. Okay, we can also use this one, but let me check out others also. I have used previously that I have showed you in this one, not in this one. Yeah, in this one I have used Blockcast. Okay, let's use that also. We'll use that also in our code. So let's open the blog. So inside this blog, if I want to add I need only these 2 cards, right? I don't want the other content. So what I'll do is I'll right click, inspect, and then I'll go to the main container of this one. So this is the main, as you can see in the inspect. So I'll right click, copy full path. Inside, after this, the container one. Okay, this one not. Okay, yeah. Here I'll create one div of container, right? Div dot container, and inside that I'll copy the full. Okay, let's copy again. This path style, copy element, paste it here, right click, format document. Right now I'll save this file and check whether it is working. Yeah, it is completely working fine. Now I want to give margin on the top because it's looking very clumsy here. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my container class, right? So this is my main container. So what I'll write here is m by 4. So what is this is, it will give a margin of 4. Okay, let's check. Yeah, it is giving a margin of 4, right? So here I have taken 4 only, right? Okay, we'll add the images here in a while, don't worry about that. So what I'll do is I'll move ahead. Now we'll add the images here. So inside this container that we have just now created, so they are using SVG. Okay, so we'll not use the SVG, we'll use the image. Okay, so for image, we use class, and inside the class I'm gonna give it a class of right now, but let's add it bd placeholder image. After that I'll give it a width of 200 and height of 250. Okay, and then I'll give the source of the image, and the source of the image would be this one.jpg. Let's save it and see if it's working completely fine. Yeah, it's working completely fine. You can change the name of flow. Let's change the name of world as article on web development. Okay, and there's some junk data, it's fine. Okay, now let's change this also from article to blog, and here we'll write bootstrap. Let's save it, and let's delete the SVG from here also, and copy the image tag that we just now created it inside this. Okay, yeah, this one we have just now created, and we'll paste it inside this, and let's save it and see if both are looking good. Yeah, article, blog, web development, bootstrap. Okay, yeah, so now we need 2 more. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll copy and paste 2 more, right? I'll see whether is this div ending, so I'll copy from that and paste it after this one, right? Let's save it and check. Yeah, so this is how it is looking, right? It is looking amazing, right? Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll change the images now. For that I have to add different images in every picture. So I'll here write 2, here I'll write 12, here I'll write 33, but 12 is png. Okay, let's save it and see. This one is not looking, this one is looking so clumsy. I don't want to use this one. So let's change this one also from 12 to 5 jpg, right? After that, here 33.png. After that, here I'll use not one, you can use this one, right? I'll use 55. Let's save it and check. These two are not looking very good. You can download it. Okay, let's go back to my code, and here and the bootstrap will add, save it. Third one is looking good. 3, 4, let's save it and check. Okay, I have to add this one, third one, no? Okay, 1 to the third, this one. So we'll add here this one, we can add. Okay, we have this one also, so we'll add this here. Save it and check how it is looking now. So this is how this one is looking, right? This is looking amazing, right? Now let's move ahead. Now what we'll do is we'll create another file about. Okay, now here we'll create new file about HTML, right? We can also use the API that I told you about, Unsplash one, and you can also use that in the source and the images will change. I want to use these images, so that's why I'm using that. But if you want, you can also use the Unsplash. So we'll open the tutorial HTML page that we have created earlier and copy the URL from there of the images, right? So let's copy the image. This is the URL and paste it inside your wherever you want to add the image. So this one is repeating, so I'll add the. So now you will see every time I'll refresh, this image will refresh, right? Okay, we'll change the name from cars to something else. Technology, right? Now let's see how the images are coming. Yeah, this is how the images are coming. Okay, yeah. Now let's move forward to the about page. In the about page, it's very simple for us, right? The about page is very simple because I have done nothing in the about page, just added the template as it is. So what I'll do is the about.html, and firstly I'll copy the navbar from here. So what I'll do is I'll copy from navbar, check whether the navbar completes. Okay, color we don't need. Yeah. So let's not copy this one. Let's copy from now. Let's add the footer first. I forgot to add the footer. So the footer will come after the container of that, right? So I have added the footer. Inside this footer I have given it a class of container. Inside the footer it's a float right, so it will come in the right position. Here I have given the back to top button. So whenever I'll click on that back to button, it will take me on the up side of the page. Let's check if it's working fine. So this is how the footer will look. So whenever I'll click on the back to top, it will take us on the top, right? Yeah. So let's move ahead to create this one. So let's copy first the navbar that we have created from here till top. Let's copy and paste, and then from down we'll copy from the footer, paste it. Okay, let's save it and check. Also, it will not work as right now, but whenever I'll click on about.html, it will work, right? So right now in this about page there is nothing. So what I'll do is, first I'll do some changes in this. I'll change this from this. Okay, this thing is done. Now what I'll do is, I'll change the source of this one. Whenever I'll click on this home button, it should open on the, let's go back. So this is about is still not working. Let's fix this. For that, this link is wrong because it's a URL, not the. So what I'll do is, I'll open this one and click on this image, on this file actually, and I'll check for the URL of this. So what I'll do is, now here in this about.html file, I have done few changes. Let me just share with you all the details. Okay, so here I have created one navbar that I have already showed you, that I have copied that from the index file, and a footer from index only. Okay, now here we have created 3 images, these 3 parts, like the main file. I'll just click and show you. So this is the main file that I have showed you in the starting, that I have created. Okay, in the about page, as you can see, there are 3 images, right? So now we'll see how to add these 3 images into our project. Now what I'll do is, I'll change the source of the images to, yeah, this one is good. So I'll choose one.jpeg. Now let's see whether it is coming or not. Let's refresh this. Yeah, so the image is coming. Okay, we'll add 2 more images here. So we'll select 2 images. Okay, I don't have that image, so we'll add the images here. We can add this one, but it's a very big image, so we'll add 2 images more. Now I have added these 3 images that I have used in that folder. Okay, so I'll write about/1. So here also I have added the same GPG, these 3 images that I have used. Okay, now here we have creating a class component with the image that I told you right now, and here I am writing something, and this is the chunk data. Now what I want to tell you that I have used one class row featured, and then we have used deflex justify content center. In with this, the help of justify content center, the content that we are using, that this container is coming in the center of the page, okay? And then I have used align items center, right, in all the three. Now let's see how's the output. Let's refresh and see. This is how our about page is looking, right? This is looking great. And now let's see whether how was the exactly the same, because we have used the same images that we have used in the this file, right? Now I'm gonna create a contact page that we have created here. So this contact page will create right now, okay? Coming back to our Visual Studio Code, here I'm going to right click and add contact.html, okay? Here we'll again copy the content from here. Let's copy from here to where the div ends. Nav bar ends here, so we'll copy from here, and we'll go from footer to the components, so we'll copy and paste, right? Now what I want to do is we have to give the extensions, so the source of the image and all, okay? Now we have created these three. Inside these three we'll give the source of the image, right? So in the contact page, when anybody clicks on the index, we'll copy the path and add the index is already covered, so contact index is already covered, so I'll copy the path of the about HTML page and paste it inside the, this was not the right file, so I'm gonna go back to my contact.html file, and here inside the contact I'll remove this one and paste this, okay? Let's save it, and then not here, we'll add it here. Okay, this was home. Here we have to put in the contact, we'll delete this part and copy the path of this and add it here. Let's save it and see how is it looking. Let's refresh and let's click on the, this was the document file, okay? Both of them are open, that one, so we'll go back to our code, we'll click on index and open the index file of okay? So we'll click on contact us, so it's not opening right now. So what will we do? The about is opening, the home is also working fine. Yeah, so what I'll do is, for the contact page, it's accessing the wrong path, right? So what I'll do is I'll change the path from that, because maybe it's accessing the path of that document page, right? So what I'll do is I'll change the path of this contact. So what I'll do is, so what I did is I removed this span for current page from home and about to contact us. Let's save it and see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, so it's still showing about. So what I will do is we'll check again. This one is document. This, let's click here. It's still accessing the document file. So let's check why it is accessing the contact HTML file. Okay. Maybe here we have given the wrong path of the contact. Yeah, as you can see here we have given the wrong path. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll copy the path of this file and paste it inside this component. Let's paste it inside here, and we'll go back to index.html and from hash to the path of the original file. Now we'll refresh it and go back to home, about, contact us. Still it is accessing. Let's check now what is the issue now. Inside the about, we have given the right path or not. Okay, the path is changed now. Let's check whether it is showing us wrong path. Now let's again check the path of everything. Okay, if this has the right path, contact us. Okay, users, and then everything is fine. Okay, the about, we have given the right path to this one, this one. About, we haven't given any path, so we can give or not, it's fine. This one, we're also giving the right path. Now let's check. Again, let's delete this one and let's remove, go back to folder, index. Let's open this one. Let's click. Yeah, it is completely working fine now. So for the contact details, what we are going to do is we're going to open our contact.html file, and here we'll add the components. Now what I'll do here is I'll create one class, okay, container class. Inside this container, I'm going to give it a margin of 4 again, like the about page. Let's close this one, and inside this I'm going to write in h2 contact us. Okay, after that I'm going to use a form. You can also copy the template from here. Okay, go back to forms, so we'll search it here, forms. Here if we need email and password, we can use this one, like that. There are so many other templates also. Okay, so what I need is I need this one, which is the basic one. So I'll copy this from here and I'll paste it. So I don't need this form tag here, and from here let's save it and check how is this looking. This is how this one is looking. We'll write password here, and then press submit. Okay, so this is our main file. We have added 3-4 different checkboxes. If you want, I can also add the checkboxes. So let's see how the checkboxes are created. Okay, after this password, I'll write, let's write here, div of class form row. Inside this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another class. Okay, and let's name it as call small, you know what we call it for small, and then we'll write are you a subscriber. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give another class of column small of 10. I have already told you it should be, the total of them should be 12. The sum should always be 12. So let's give it another class of form check. So what form check will do, it will create a checkbox for us so that we can just get an idea. Okay, so here I'll write input class form check input, and let's write it type should be a checkbox. Okay, and then I've already told you what is an ID. ID is specific to someone. Okay, so I'll write grid check 1, put and paste it here and make some changes as label, so it will give us a box. We don't need the checkbox now, we need a container. So what I'll do is I'll change from ID to for. Okay, let's now check whether it is fine or not. Yeah, it's fine. Let's write yes, and let's check how it is looking. So this is how it is looking. Are you a subscriber? Yes. Here I'll write yes, check me out, and then here we'll write email, password, and then submit. So with this, we have reached the end of this amazing video. This is how our main website is looking, right? This is what we have created. We have created the main slider in which we are adding the images. We have added 3 boxes. After that, the cards that we have learned. There is one footer that we have added. After that, in the about page, we get to know how to add the image and text. Okay, and in the topic page, we get to know how to add the link of the image, how when will anyone will click on the image on the this one, it will take us to the main page. Okay, so for contact us, we have created this one. Thank you for watching this amazing video. Do subscribe to our channel, and if you have any doubts, please pin them down in the comment section below. Thank you.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.